These are the most controversial games of 2020. First off, we have a game that has already been met with a bunch of backlash, Cyberpunk 2077. Well, the main thing that has future players losing their minds is the fact that the character customization will not be limited by gender. This means that while you can pick a male or female body type, there is no choice for actually selecting your gender. This falls in line with the game, as many NPCs will not conform to one gender. The anger with this choice from developers comes from players not liking the gender option being taken away. Kasia Radeshuk, an art director of the game, commented on this when backlash arose about a trans model advertisement in the game. She stated that body modifications are normal in this futuristic world. Similar to today's society, people in Night City mix and match how they want. Plus, the character still has the option to be as manly or as womanly as they want. Contrary to what people may think, this choice doesn't take anything away from the game. Instead, it adds something new and interesting. Marvel's Avengers. This game combines the magic of Square Enix and Marvel to create a pretty promising action-adventure title. However, the biggest issue with what we've seen of this game so far are the character models. While not necessarily bad, they're not that good either, especially when you compare the graphics to, say, Spider-Man PS4. It's pretty disheartening to see a Marvel game that came out last year look better than another Marvel game coming out next year. Luckily, Square Enix already stated that the game will continue to get polished as we get closer to its release. So for now, we'll just have to hold our opinions until the game goes gold. The Last of Us Part 2. This is the much anticipated sequel to the PS3 classic. The controversy started back in 2017, when the second teaser trailer was released. The trailer showed multiple violent scenes, from a pregnant woman almost getting her stomach sliced open to another having her arm brutally beaten with a hammer. Many saw this as being too violent and very disturbing. Surprisingly enough, this trailer actually perfectly depicts the tone of the upcoming sequel. According to Neil Druckmann, this story is about hate through Ellie this time. The first game you play as Joel, this game you play as Ellie. So while the last game showed the development of Joel and Ellie's relationship, this story will be about hate and revenge. This means that the violence we saw in the 2017 trailer is just a taste of what's in store for this game. The biggest worry is that this game will ditch the amazing storytelling done in the first game with a bunch of nonsensical violence. However, Naughty Dog has been working on this game for a while now. We're sure that Naughty Dog is gonna blow us away with this game, just like they did with The Last of Us. HalfLife Alyx. This title has brought Half-Life back from the dead after about 12 years of silence, but the problem lies within the platform it will launch on. To many's dissatisfaction, this will be a VR title. While a Half-Life game in VR sounds epic, it just doesn't make sense to release a new Half-Life title on VR, especially when the game was originally a PC release. Releasing this game on VR may stop die-hard Half-Life fans from experiencing this game at all. Hopefully this VR Half-Life game opens the door to more Half-Life games on non-VR platforms. Watch Dogs Legion. From the looks of it, this game is going to be very political. In an interview done by IGN with Clint Hawking, the creative director of the game, he said, "I believe that it's our responsibility as creators of culture to talk about stuff that's real and that matters to people." The game will delve into Brexit, global political and economic problems, and many more issues that plague today's society. It does this by making Brexit an actual part of the game's lore and showing the dystopian society that arises from it. What's funny is that prior to this game's announcement, Ubisoft seemed to be against politics in video games. Yves Guillemot, Ubisoft CEO, previously stated that the developers' games are politically impartial. Well, it looks like that's changed, and we think the inclusion of real-world issues will work to inform more people about all of our global problems. However, the point of this game is not to show everything that's wrong with this world, but to show what can happen when a bunch of diverse people get together in order to build a better future. Those are our top 5 controversial games that are dropping in 2020. Regardless of the controversy, we're still hyped for each title. Which game are you most excited for?
Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a gameologist, click down here to subscribe. Sounds easy, right? See you next time. Bye!